Hey, what's up, guys? So I know it's been a few weeks since I made a video. I mean, I was at the point where I needed a transmission to continue this project, and took a little while to save up some money, but we got some money saved up and we found a transmission that we liked. Damn, look at this SRT pulling up real quick. I'm about to take him off the light. Watch. Where you going? Got him. Got him. That shit actually looks pretty dope. But yeah, so pretty much needed a transmission, and we had one ordered, and I got a phone call from my grandmother a little while ago saying that she just signed for it. So the transmission is finally here. So I'm gonna go pick up some coffee real quick and head home and check out this transmission. And the whole game plan for today is throw this motor back in there, throw this transmission up in there, pretty much get everything lined up, see where I'd want it, and hopefully it all fits. And then it's just a matter of getting some mounts and stuff made and going from there. Alright guys, so here it is. Here's our transmission. It's a TR6060 out of a 2015 Challenger. Looks like pretty good shape, low mileage, should do the trick, but I definitely plan on leaving the bell housing that's on the back of this motor, because I just don't think I'll be able to put this whole thing up in there in one shot. So the motor's got to go in there first, and then I'm going to split this bell housing off here and then put this back half up in the car and pretty much just go from there, see where things line up. Actually, I measured this transmission from like the bell housing to the shifter, and this one, I think this is a little bit longer, but it should do the trick. I know they do offer aftermarket shifters, change like the location, stuff like that, but I guess we'll figure all that out once we get this thing up in the car. I'm just waiting on one of my buddies to answer, so I go pick up a transmission jack, and I guess in the meantime I'm gonna throw this motor in there real quick and then wait on this kid. Alright, so this is it. This is pretty much what it looks like without a bell housing on it. It's actually a pretty small transmission. I mean, just by the looks of it, the 350Z trans looks like even more girthier, like bigger. I mean, lengthwise they're pretty close, but I mean, this thing definitely looks a lot smaller. So I think it shouldn't be too bad trying to throw this thing up in the car like this. But I'm gonna put this motor in here now and see what we got. Alright, so I'm leaving my buddy's house right now. Just picked up this transmission jack. This is how you can tell it's my buddy's house. Look at all these thick ass marks in the middle of the street. Savage. But we're gonna head back home real quick and try putting this transmission in there and hopefully get everything in a position where I would say, okay, all I need is mounts, and pretty much go from there. Alright, so ran into a little issue here. Didn't even think of this. I mean, this thing just doesn't fit underneath the car. I mean, the jack stands are like pretty much all the way up in the front, so I can't really go any higher. So I guess I'm gonna be taking this thing off this jack, and maybe I'll put it on this creeper instead and just lay on my back and see if I can't wrestle this thing up there. But that sucks. Come on, baby. Damn, almost there. Alright guys, so the GoPro died while I was trying to put that trans up there. You guys pretty much saw I got it up there by hand, and then once I had it mostly in there, I was able to slide the jack underneath and help support it. But that definitely was not fun, and it sucks because I know that thing's going to be coming in and out more than just that one time, so I'm not looking forward to that. But overall, I'm happy the thing is in there. Let's check out this trans. This is it. This is the last time I'm laying on this ground for today. But I mean, it's getting dark, so you can't really see, but I mean, that is a transmission, and it's mostly up and in there. I mean, it was giving me a hard time. This was like a 1/4 inch gap left. I had the dowel pins, I had everything lined up, and I just couldn't understand why the thing didn't want to like seat fully. And I mean, by no means are you ever supposed to put bolts in there and like start pulling the two together like that, but I just couldn't understand why this thing was not lining up. So I started doing that. I figured if the bolts started getting tight, I would just stop and figure out something else to do. But started doing that, and we saw clutch fluid running down. This is all clutch fluid right there. So to me, that means that hydraulic clutch sleeve was still fully extended. So once I started pulling that those bolts together, the fluid started pissing out. So pretty happy with that. I spent like a good amount of time before I started messing with that, but I mean, it's in there. And we got this factory. This is a factory trans mount. I figured maybe we could just use the factory one and make a custom cross member, but I mean, this thing sits pretty damn low, so we got to see if we can't get this thing to sit a little bit differently. You might have to come up with something there, but I mean, the shifter's like really close. Same thing, we got this thing like pretty dead even as far as side to side goes, and we still got this thing sitting like 3 degrees back, so we're matching the rear diff angle. Happy with that. We put some pieces of wood in here to help space out from this cross member and this sway bar. So pretty much this is like where everything will be when it's all said and done. It's just I'm trying to find somebody to make me some mounts here in my driveway, and once this thing's mounted in there, then I can start moving forward again. But let's check out this So I mean, this is the shifter right here. This is where you see comes right out of the trans, and this piece was supposed to extend these things, but I know they make aftermarket ones where you can pretty much get them lined up wherever you need them, so that's pretty dope. But definitely overall happy with today's progress. I'm beat, I'm tired, I'm cold. It's like 20-some degrees out. But I mean, we got to get answers. There's so many questions that are going to be asked with this project, and it's just a matter of like taking each step one step at a time and figuring out the issues and continuing to move forward. And I mean, that's like what life's all about right there. So this is what I do to really keep me busy. I enjoy like being hands-on. I've always been out here trying to stay busy and stuff like that. But I'm beat. I'm tired. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Hopefully next video I get some mounts and stuff made and actually have this thing in the car. Once the thing's in the car, then I can focus on getting this thing running. I mean, that's like going to be the first and main goal, is having this thing running. Look, I'm just like sitting here right now looking at that. Look at that supercharger sticking out. I think it's going to be sticking out of the hood. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and sorry it took a long time to post another video. But that's just how it is. Like I said, we're taking this one step at a time. So hope you guys look forward to watching the next video, and stay tuned.